Tension in Delta communities amidst military tragedy. Kogi communal clashes claim lives, 4 feared dead. Economic hardships grip Northwest resident turn to humble sustenance. On the foreign scene, tragedy strikes in southern Afghanistan, 21 lives lost in bus collision. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Updates. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for joining. Now the news in detail. The situation in Okwama community, Delta State, is tense after the killing of Nigerian soldiers on a peacekeeping mission. Allegations suggest some soldiers may have retaliated by raising the community. A manhunt for the perpetrators is underway with arrests made. The incident in Okwama community, Delta State, has led to heightened tensions, and this has prompted residents to flee to neighboring areas for safety. The military, under the leadership of Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, is conducting a manhunt for the perpetrators and has made some arrests. The Chief of Defence Staff, Christopher Musa, has taken action by ordering a thorough investigation into the tragic killing of the soldiers. The Okwama community in Uweli South, local government area of Delta State, where 16 soldiers were killed, has been completely razed. Allegations suggest that the community was set on fire by angry soldiers in retaliation for the death of their colleagues during a peacekeeping mission. Residents have fled the neighboring Uweli community out of fear of reprisals by the military. While a manhunt for perpetrators continues, some arrests have been made by soldiers led by Major General Jamal Abdulsalam. Delta State Governor Sharif Oboweri strongly condemned the unprovoked killings and extended condolences to the military and the families of the deceased officers and soldiers. Similarly, His Royal Majesty Clement Ikolo de Wukwe, one of Ewe Kingdom, expressed a profound condemnation of the incident, describing it as heart-wrenching and a significant loss to the nation.
These military men, they are people who are there to protect our nation. They should be held in high esteem. They are there to protect us from people who are there to invade and or to commit heinous crimes. It is very sad that these same people who are there to protect us, who are one of us, that this kind of heinous crime will be carried out and they will be killed in the process. It is very, very sad. It is disheartening. I totally condemn it. It is unacceptable. And to crown it up, one of them who has been killed in the process is somebody who put in all he could at the time of my presentation of Star of Office sometime in November last year. He was very supportive. He stood firmly by me.
Also, the Senate has strongly condemned the brutal killing of the 16 Army personnel from Operation Delta Safe in Okwama community, Uweli South, local government area of Delta State. In response to the tragic incident during a peacekeeping mission between two communities, the Senate emphasized the need for the perpetrators to be held accountable for their actions. In a statement signed by Senator Abdulaziz Yar'Adua, chairman of the Senate Committee on Nigerian Army, the Senate expressed deepest condolences to the Chief of Defence Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, and the entire Nigerian Army. The sacrifices made by the commanding officer, 3 officers, and 12 soldiers were acknowledged, highlighting their bravery and commitment to peace and security. The Senate commended the swift response of the Chief of Defence Staff in initiating an immediate investigation and stressed the importance of ensuring justice is served. The Senate Committee on the Nigerian Army pledged unwavering support in seeking justice for the fallen heroes and expressed solidarity for the families of the deceased and entire armed forces during this difficult time. 4 individuals are feared dead following a clash between the Ayeke and Eweli community in Imbaji local government area of Kogi State. The long-standing conflict fueled by land dispute escalated into a violent confrontation between the two communities over the weekend. According to local sources, both sides have laid claim to a particular parcel of land, and previous attempt to restore the dispute had failed. The situation deteriorated on Friday when members of both communities engaged in a physical altercation, resulting in loss of lives and property destruction. Gunfire was exchanged until security forces intervened on Saturday to restore calm. By Saturday evening, 4 deaths have been confirmed with numerous injuries reported and property damage in the affected villages. Despite efforts by community stakeholders and security agents to broker a ceasefire, tensions remain high pending a final resolution of the conflict. The State Police Command has been contacted for further details of the incident, but no response has been received as of the time of reporting. The outbreak of violence prompted the Speaker of the Igala Youth Leaders Assembly to issue a distress call for urgent intervention, highlighting the severity of the situation and the need to protect vulnerable families trapped in their homes due to the hostilities.
If you can look it well, for the far distance, na Eke people. For the far distance, na Eke people. Okay? Na Eke people. For the far distance, na Eke people.
As the economic hardship continues to bite harder, low-income earners resident in northwest Nigeria have begun to embrace lower grades of local rice following its affordability. These lower grades have continued to gain acceptability, with many giving them various names depending on the quality. Trust TV's Ushao Adomo examines the rising acceptability of this rice among low-income earners in Nigeria's northwest region. His report.
Apapata or chikapurzar, which literally means struggle or eat and speed, are the popular names of this local rice among the Hausa-speaking communities in the northwestern part of Nigeria. As the name implies, Apapata is a variety of rice that is considered the lowest in grades among the classifications of rice being produced by both local and modern rice millers. Apapata contains a large quantity of unwanted particles, including stone and husk, which make it to be considered as waste and rejected by many. However, as the prices of higher grades continue to surge, some residents, especially the less privileged, have resorted to these lower grades, devoting their times to removing the unwanted particles for consumption. We buy Apapata because of its affordability. A cup of parboiled rice is sold at 500 naira. Refined local rice 450 and Apapata 250 per cup. If you can afford, you can buy a measure, a half of measure, or some cups of Apapata to feed your family. By the time you take it home, your wife can remove the unwanted particles and prepare it for consumption. Courtesy of the patronage this rice is enjoying from consumers, rice dealers across many markets in the northwest region are now displaying it open for sale. Buyers, both male and female, from far and near, trooped this market on daily basis to buy the product. Apapata is the lowest in grades among all the classification of local rice and is of 3 grades. Even the lowest among the grades that we call chikapurzar, because of the stone it contains, is costly nowadays. No matter how your wife tries to remove the unwanted particles from this rice, you must chew one while eating it. But despite its status, we still buy 2 or 3 cups to feed our family. Reports have it that the business of Apapata is gradually booming in many local markets in northwestern Nigeria as the demand continues to rise every day. Because of the acceptability the rice is enjoying among low-income earners, Several rice dealers in these markets have embraced apapata as their source of livelihood. Now, apapata is of three grades, the highest, medium, and the lowest, depending on its quality. The highest in quality is being sold at 45,000 naira per bag. The medium stands at 34,000 naira. And the lowest is sold at 27,000 naira per bag. Customers are patronizing this rice because of its affordability. While some customers buy this rice for domestic consumption, others purchase it for transporting to various villages and towns for onward sales to other customers. On a daily basis, dozens of bags of apapata rice are being sold to consumers, according to one of its dealers, Safiano Awal. We sold a measure of high quality of apapata rice at 3,000 and the medium 2,006, while the lowest is being sold at 1,800 per measure. On daily basis, I used to sell up to 20 bags of apapata rice, depending on the market. If we get many customers, we can sell more than that. Consumers here want the government and the rice millers in the region to find a way of refining this particular rice to make it a bit more suitable for human consumption. Yusho Adamu, Trust TV News.
Now to Bauchi State, where ice block sellers are calling for government intervention in the improvement of electricity supply as they are unable to meet the growing demand for customers due to the Ramadan fast and heat season. The epileptic power supplies means supply shortages are increasing by the day, with both consumers and sellers feeling frustrated. Here's Adamu Imam with a situation report.
Ice block patronage within Bauchi metropolis and transporting the product to neighboring communities has become a seasonal occupation, especially this time of the year, due to the heat wave and Ramadan fast. A business mostly pursued by youths across the state, the current heat wave and the ongoing Ramadan fast means the demand is at all-time high. The lingering power shortage, however, has been largely responsible for the challenges these young business owners continue to face.
The business is going, but it's not going smoothly. The business is going, is fluctuation. It's going up, it's going down, like that, you know. This cost of the naira, the rest of the dollar is for everyone. It's not for only the one that's selling flour or rice or something like that. It's for everybody. Before we are selling this very ice block, 100 naira per each pieces. Today we are selling it 250 naira, 300.
We are appealing to the government regarding the issue of power supply. Our business is facing serious problems, resulting in a scarcity of ice blocks, especially during the month of Ramadan. I have traveled all the way from Bura in Ningi local government area, almost 200 kilometers, just to buy ice blocks, but I couldn't find any. We used to travel long distance to get the product, but it is now very scarce in Kano, Jigawa, and even here in Bauchi. There is a significant challenge. Maman Fati and Adamu Shuara share their experiences in the business while encouraging stakeholders to uplift the youths out of poverty and unemployment using small and medium business skills.
If women can join this business, it will be good. Apart from ice block business, they can also thrive through local juice and help the family. Having a business will also make women to be respected, because if you're busy and make money for yourself, there will be peace in the house.
Cost anything to have two price, the price is over. Ice block now, only one is 300 naira, is 200 naira, is 350 for you own. When you are going to take it from here to your house, where you will pay motor service, motor fee, and how much are you going to sell it? If you say 350 or 450, many people see it's too cost. How can you do?
The gaps and challenges in the power sector in Nigeria continue to hamper the productivity of small business like ice block production, which in turn affects the viability of the business despite the current high demand. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Now to Borno State, where the governor, Babagana Omar Zulum, has taken proactive measures to address the hardship faced by families in southern Borno by distributing food aid to over 52,500 vulnerable families across 7 local government areas. The distribution, which took place at the Biu Township Stadium, aimed to alleviate the effects of inflation and economic challenges gripping the country. Each beneficiary received a 25 kg bag of rice and a 25 kg bag of maize grain to help ease their food insecurity. Additionally, Governor Zulum distributed over 100 million naira in grants to 2,000 youths and women to support their farming activities. Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafur emphasized the importance of utilizing these resources effectively. The event was attended by various government officials, demonstrating the collective effort to address the challenges faced by communities in Borno State. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, is calling on Senate President Godswill Akpabio to take swift action regarding allegations of budget padding. They urge him to refer these allegations to anti-corruption agencies for investigation and prosecution, emphasizing the importance of upholding the rule of law and accountability. Additionally, SERAP demands immediate reinstatement of whistleblower Abdul Ningi and calls for a commitment to discontinuing unlawful constituency projects in future budget cycles. This initiative aligns with the principles outlined in the Nigerian Constitution of 1999 and reinforces the lawmakers' oath of office. You're still watching Trust TV News updates. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at Benue farmers exploring new opportunities with palm tree planting. Details of this story and more after the break. Do stay with us. You're welcome back. You're still watching the news update. Let's take a look at our top stories again. We told you earlier that tension in Delta communities amid military tragedy, and the Kogi communal clashes claim lives, 4 feared dead. Moving on to more news, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has made significant arrests in Bayelsa, Adamawa and Osun states, targeting individuals involved in the distribution and sale of illicit drugs in Bayelsa. A hairdresser named Josephine Odunu and a dispatch rider named Edeseme Ikboro were apprehended for selling cannabis lace chin-chin to students and at social gatherings. The operations were uncovered following the interception of a delivery containing about 200 grams of illicit substance. Another investigation led to the discovery of an additional 3 kilograms of the drugged chin-chin. Meanwhile, in Adamawa State, 2 wanted suspects, Ajem Samuel and Davidson John Joshua, were arrested with a large consignment of tramadol pills concealed in their vehicle in Osun State. A commercial bus driver named Ogunleye Adegoke was apprehended with a stash of tramadol capsules, rohypnol tablets and codeine syrup hidden in the spare tire compartment of his vehicle. These arrests highlight the NDLEA's commitment to combating drug trafficking and abuse across various states in Nigeria. Now to the food basket of Nigeria. In Benue State, the palm tree planting is being hailed as hidden treasure yet to be fully explored by many farmers. In Benue, there's a notable transition from citrus plantation to palm tree cultivation due to its numerous economic advantages. The shift is driven by realization of the significant economic viability and benefits associated with palm trees. As farmers delve into palm tree cultivation, they're discovering its potential to generate higher returns and contribute to sustainable agricultural development in the region. Jimmy Azande has the rest of the report.
Residents of Benue State are recognizing the untapped economic potential of palm trees amidst the abundance of fruits and tubers in the region. Unlike citrus, which often goes to waste due to its perishable nature and limited economic value chain, palm trees offer a variety of products that farmers are just beginning to explore. The diverse range of products derived from palm trees presents an opportunity for increased economic viability and reduced waste in agricultural practices. As farmers go deeper into the economic value chain of palm trees, they are set to unlock new opportunities for sustainable growth and prosperity in the region.
We farmers, we have a lot of things we benefit. But on orange, like palm tree, we get red oil. We make use of brooms and like palm wine, brother. So for me, I prefer the palm tree than oranges. So how can you sell the bag of orange 1,500 naira? But only a cup of red oil now is around 350 naira. So if you check very well, I think this palm tree is better than the orange.
Palm tree is very, very important to plant, because if you plant palm tree, number one thing you start to gain from palm tree is that it will produce shadows in the house. Then number two, after it will produce the shadows, then from there it will still produce you still use the nut to mix for concrete, especially people who are doing building. It's more than gravel. When you use the nut, you can even mix with cement. Then you can build your house very solid.
Farmers in Benue State are urging Nigerians to invest in palm trees, emphasizing its potential to drive the future of Nigeria's economy. Recognizing the multiple of economic benefits associated with palm tree cultivation, they believe that investing in this sector will not only yield profitable returns, but also contribute to the overall growth and development of the country.
Advise people to plant palm tree because of the economic benefit that are inside. There are too many. We as a local man, we can plant it as a source of palm oil, but going further, we discover that there are a lot of resources to tap in.
The earlier government has integrated palm tree plantation into its agricultural policies in Benue State, recognizing its potential for economic growth and sustainability. Palm tree farmers say the cultivation and production process yield significant gains with minimal losses compared to other farm produce in the state. This shows the importance of palm tree cultivation as a viable and resilient agricultural endeavor that aligns with the government's vision for agricultural development and economic prosperity in the state. Jimmy Azande, Trust TV News, Makurdi.
Now on the foreign scene, nearly 40 people were injured in a tragic incident after a bus collided with an oil tanker on a highway in Helmand province in Afghanistan, official has confirmed. The collision, which occurred on the Kandahar-Herat highway in the Garashk district, resulted in at least 21 fatalities and 38 injuries. The crash involved multiple vehicles, including a motorcycle, a fuel truck, and a bus traveling from Herat city to Kabul. According to Shah Muhammad Wahdat, head of Information Department for Helmand's provincial government, the bus driver lost control after colliding with the motorcycle, leading to a collision with an oil tanker traveling in the opposite direction. This collision ignited a fire, further exacerbating the severity of the incident. An investigation into the accident is underway, with authorities actively working to determine the cause. Cleanup efforts are ongoing, with images shared on social media showing the aftermath of the collision, including debris scattered and across the highway. Traffic accidents are unfortunately common in Afghanistan, often attributed to poor road conditions, driver negligence, and a lack of traffic infrastructure. And now in sport. In a dramatic FA Cup quarter-final match, Chelsea scored twice in stoppage time to secure a thrilling victory against Leicester City and advance to the semi-finals. And substitute Kani Chukwuemeka and Noni Madueke were the heroes for Chelsea of returning a 2-0 deficit to snatch victory in the dying moment of the game. The match saw a comedy own goal by Leicester's Exil Desassi and a superb equaliser by Steffi Mavididi, leading to tense atmosphere at Stamford Bridge with fans voicing their unrest. However, a crucial red card for Leicester's Callum Doyle shifted the momentum in Chelsea's favour, allowing them to apply constant pressure. Chukwuemeka capitalised in a clever flick from Cole Palmer to score the equaliser, while Madueke sealed the win with a long-range strike. The victory keeps Chelsea's hope alive for a successful FA Cup campaign, while Leicester's focus returns to the Championship as they aim for promotion back to the Premier League. With that, we have come to the end of the news update at this hour. For more news, documentary and programming, don't forget to tune into our live stream on YouTube and all our social media platforms. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.